5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Live.
What is up? Welcome, everybody. TRV number 112. Yes, we are back. We do have special guest, Cloud Boss Designs. How you doing? Glad to see you.
Good.
Glad you're here. So what is that? How you fellas doing?
Really good. It's nice to be invited back. So I'm just going to adjust my light a little because it's really bright in my eyes. That's better.
See, I'm good. It's 1:30 in the morning for Richard, so I'm hoping
Been
he's
at work
good.
all day.
That's dedication.
Yeah.
1:30 in the morning. Whew.
Yeah. Yeah. I always try to tune in, don't I? On most nights. So Friday night's my late night, so I'm normally up anyway. So yeah,
We are
it's
glad
quite
that
nice.
you're here. We are honored to have you.
Hell yeah.
So what you been up to? What you been up to, brother? How you been doing this week?
Like last couple months, busy. This week's been a little worse because we've had I want to call them newbies. What are they? Temp workers, and temp workers in a production facility. Oh my god! They're definitely not the cream of the crop. Let's put it that way. So
You know what we call those? FNGs.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. No, they're bad, but
Because Richard's here, FNGs are freaking new guys. I'll be honest.
Don't worry, I'm training one at the moment.
there you go.
Yeah, that's what we call those, FNGs.
Yeah.
See, the bad thing is how you said you're training one right now. When you're in especially a production facility, temp agency workers, they're untrainable. You basically just spend the entire night trying to make sure they just don't screw anything up. Like, you don't even expect really much out of them other than just don't fuck that up. Don't fuck that up. What are you doing? You're fucking that up. Don't stop. Okay, just sit there with your thumb in your ass for at least another hour until I can get back to you. And say, yeah.
Every now and then you'll get a good one though. Every now and then you'll get a good one. But yeah, most of them I can tell within. It probably don't even take me a week to tell if they're gonna make it or not.
2 hours. 2 hours. Down. The funny story is, I did actually have one that was giving me some tood. A 24-year-old kid, and I made him vomit in 2 hours. So, and he came back 2 days later, and he goes, "So, be honest with me. Were you just pushing me because I'm new, or?" And I'm like, "I wasn't pushing you yet." "Well, yeah, but I mean, you don't do that all night long." And I was like, "Yeah, I do." And he goes, "Well, yeah, but we'd work 8 hours." And I'm like, "We work 14. And he went, "I'm leaving." I was like, "Dude, I'm almost 50. Come on, you're 24. Like, I'm almost double your age. Man up, bitch." Jeez.
Barbie said, "Screw the FNGs. I'm finally getting rid of mine at 5 p.m. tomorrow." Done. You're out.
Dude, she hates it too, because she's the trainer for her district, and she hates it because her office is small anyway. But yeah, no, she gets the same thing. Like, she came to me, well, pretty much all week, but today was kind of the breaking point. She was like, "You know what? I'm so tired of repeating the same damn thing over and over, and she's just not getting it. She's just not getting it." So you know what I did? And I'm like, "Oh God, what'd you do?" And she goes, "I just let her do her thing." And then when she screwed up because I told her not to do that, she finally looked at me and goes, "What happened?" And she goes, "The thing I've been telling you all day long not to do, you did it." And she was like, "Oh." And now I guess she's being okay, but yeah, no, don't get it. I just like making 24-year-old kids cry doing my work. It's like, makes you feel like a man. Still old, but a man.
See, mine, I blow their mind. That's it. They're like, "How am I going to remember all this?"
Oh God, yeah.
I can't really tell a person how to remember. It's just you either latch on or you don't. I mean, it's plain and simple.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Well, because I can't remember. Besides, of course, you have your website and your design work and all that, Richard. I can't remember what is your primary job.
I am a restaurant designer, catering consultant.
Okay.
But since COVID, there is no restaurants, there is no design, so I've gone back to security. So I'm fitting security alarms and CCTV systems at the moment.
Fantastic.
It's not. It's a killer. So, I'm going to be blatantly honest now. It is not. It just pays the bills. And it's... That's what it's down to at the moment over here.
And right there sums up the nutshell with most of the world and Spring. Oh, that sounds great, because Spring is just very supportive, awesome, upbeat person. Most of the rest of the world, it's not. No.
Breakfast is a thought, but it's not. It's a stopgap at the moment. Until things start picking up, I'm dealing with... I set my own consultancy up during lockdowns and last year, so they're coming over because the UK's got a complete ban on anyone coming in really at the moment, and I'm working with a South African restaurant chain who can't come over here to set their new restaurants up, so they're coming over the end of the year, and then I'll probably still end up doing a bit of the work. It's a family, it's part of the family business, so it's not the end of the world, so I can take some time off and run that and so what I want to do, so it's good. I get more free time at the moment, but yeah, it's hard work. Going up ladders, working off ladders, working at height again. I ain't got the muscle memory for that. I've been sitting behind a desk and driving a car around for the last 25 years.
I know I
Don't get wet. I got blown off a ladder today. We've got gales over here.
Oh, Jesus.
But one thing I will say, it's nice to be out in the world again. So I've been doing it since last September. So Yeah, it's nice to be out, nice to have a work crew to chat to, and you're not stuck at home getting everybody's nerves. So on that side of it, the social side, it's been great. So I can't moan because I spent 8 months work just sitting at home doing nothing, be paid sitting at home. So it's quite nice to be back out again.
It's got its good points and its bad points.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that.
Dude, what in the shit biscuits? Where the hell is everybody? That's it. I already know the title of next week's show. Where the hell is everybody?
What's
There's
up,
only-
That's you.
There's only 8 watching. That's wow.
I got 10 on my side.
That's low. But our Discord has been like super dead too. All of a sudden, it's weird. But wait, it's because you can go outside. That's what happened.
I mean,
Saying that,
really.
social media has been dead really for the last couple of weeks. I've noticed that. Really dead. So I think it's people found a newfound freedom and getting back out again. And not sitting behind their laptop screens on their phones anymore. And that's what it boils down to. So
Everybody's moved to TikTok.
Dude.
I was on Instagram. I was on Instagram earlier on. I think, when did Instagram become TikTok? Because everybody's just sharing their TikTok things to Instagram. It's like, it used to be all about photos, not about videos.
Yep.
Yeah.
I do it. I'm not gonna lie.
I was about to say, I mean, but the thing is, I mean, for years, you know, Spring and I have been scratching to get to even 1,000. I finally hit it. She went basically full time on a TikTok, and she's now over 1,000. I mean, like that. So it's like, it's definitely like the place to be. But I don't do TikTok. I watch Springs.
TikTok.
And that's about it.
And I got about 5 followers. I could name it on one hand exactly who follows me.
I see you, little sister. What's up?
Cool thing is I'm sorry. Go ahead, Spring. No, go ahead.
Nate Chapman said, sorry, been going through some stuff. Gonna need to watch the replay. Love you guys. Love you too, Nate. Good juju coming your way.
And sorry, we switched over to doing it on my channel, so depending on how many you got to go back, you'll probably have to go back on mine and then go back to Springs and catch up on the replays. But yeah, I drop Nate a message every once in a while. I know Nate and Stu every once in a while have some issue, or I shouldn't say issues, but need a helping hand sometimes. But that's also why you know, you guys, I don't know if Stu is anymore, but I know Nate is. We do have a mental health like sub channel in our Discord, and we tell everybody, you know, if you need any kind of reaching out just to even vent or anything, definitely go into our Discord, and we have a separate sub channel just for that, just because of what really started it was me kicking off my ADHD awareness and stuff. So, but yeah, we have that there. So Nate, you know, I see you on Facebook, dude, vent on our Discord, man. There are going to be people there that want to help you. And same way with you, Stu. If you're not in our Discord anymore, you used to be, but I don't know if you are anymore. I know Barbie will probably throw out the link.
I'm always here. I might not know what to say, but I've always got an ear for whoever. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. Y'all want to do a buffet?
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 Yes.
Sounds like a winner.
Richard, what are you vaping on?
Where shall I start? I know I'll start. The Abyss.
Are you looking at that, Spring? That's the
Finally
NATO.
got the NATO.
Nice.
With ODB in the back there. Ether, RDA. Absolutely love this. I won't refuse to buy a billet box, but this ticks all the boxes for me at the moment. Then I am on just a simple brass with a Kennedy Trickster. That is the last Kennedy Trickster to ever be made. I managed to get that in when they start closing down. And I'm on this one that people probably haven't seen. I'm trying to see it. The old Cloud Boss custom, fully etched, nameless.
Well, I like them colors.
Well, yeah. This is my baby. So yeah, and that's got the Rye RDA on it with the cloud cap.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and juice wise, obviously rocking my own brand, Libido. and I am on Dark Star. Here it is. Curious Cola.
Nice.
Because that's all I vape from them. That is my favourite. Yeah, that's it. Okay, I'm keeping it quite simple at the moment. I'm not really doing many mods. I used to do like have 5 or 6 mods set up. But I'm more or less doing 2 or 3 at the moment, so it's quite nice, keeping it under control. Just rotating that way.
There you go. What you got, Mad Viking?
Well, now the bad thing is it's going to look like I'm copying. But, damn it, I'm running the Abyss with the Ether bridge in there. So, yeah, okay. So, yeah, there's a little copy in there, but hey, oh well. Mine's black. I mean, I have an OG sleeve, but, you know, hey. I took it out of there because I am playing with the builds on the Ether. So, I think I'm on my, like, 3rd build on that thing, and I've only had it for a couple weeks. I just keep playing around with it. I think I finally, this one that I put in it today might be the finisher on it. It's just a fused Clapton in there, 3mm, and running in at like 40 watts. It's doing really well with, of course, my favorite from Dark Star, Lobotomy.
Lobotomy.
Yeah, Richard knows I have an issue with Lobotomy. So, and then, of course, we're going to... What's that?
I think anybody who knows you knows that.
Yeah. Well, Richard was there when he saw the introduction of the addiction to lobotomies. And then we've got...
Lobotomy.
Yes, it's bad. It's just kind of bad. But hey, it's a good addiction, right? Then we got the Nameless V2 with... had to bring this guy out. I don't use it that often because I don't want to mess it up. But we got a little... There's some work from Richard right there. A little Mad Viking switch there. He custom did that. Yep. And, of course, an Asgard, which I'm kind of disappointed because Richard doesn't have an Asgard on there anymore. What happened?
No, I'm not really using Asgards anymore. I'm really hitting the Nightmare 25.
Out. You're out. Out. I'm kicking you out. Anyway.
No, do you know what? I only use Asgards now with the series deck.
Why you got to run it? Why you got to run it? Because that's my next one. You ass. Anyway, and that I'm running some Shy Tots Pernicious. Good pair goodness there. And last but not least, an Asgard with a series deck. Thanks. With a little bearded Viking custom cap and tip on there. Yeah. And another design from Richard is the Scepter. He did all the... that light's gonna screw that up. Anyway, he did all the.
Can't get the ultim.
Yeah, you can get the top. I think.
Turn the 510 off.
That's what I was about to do. I almost dropped stuff. There you go. Let's see. Yeah. Light's still messing it up a bit, but yeah, this is not working on the switch and up top. And in that, thanks to
box off. I did the logo as well.
Did the box? Box is over there somewhere, man. And shout out to Mr. Mike Hurley at Vaping Delights. He had a really killer deal on these Dead Man's Hand, which I've never had because they're stupid expensive. But
they're really nice.
Number 77, he actually had a limited time deal, 5 bottles for $80, which these things are like 30, $35 a bottle to begin with.
They're
so
£24 over here for the.
But that's all I got. What you got, Spring?
Your wife said to rub that off your nose.
to Mike Hurley at Vaping Delights, or to the captain? Or Cloud Boss? See, I'm going to call you captain for the rest of your life. But Cloud Boss, are you talking about Cloud Boss, or are you talking about Mike Hurley? That is the shittiest shit-eating grin. Aww. Okay, Barbie said it. I can no longer pantomime to you, sir.
Okay, so that was good stuff. I am running a couple of disposables, hide disposables. This one is a mango, pineapple, peach. You all know, strawberries and cream. The cool thing about these are usually I have found with disposables, the battery dies before you use all the juice. But these you can actually recharge. So I've got both of those. I have the Big Boy Boxer. with the M25 by QP Designs. In that, I have Butterfingered by Flavor RX. Then I have, of course, my OG Caliburn, we all know. In that, I got some guava flaky pastry in here from Sabores del Encanto. I've got the Dot AIO running it. In that, I have Shot Tots, Cherry Bomb. Then, let's see. I got pulled out the squeezer with the Coil Turd. In that, I have the Casitos Mango. And then I have the Foosh with the Intake Mouth to Lung. And in that, I have, hang on, Zoot Supercharger, which is a mint vanilla. So yeah, that's what I got tonight. I actually have a buffet. I don't only have 2 or 3 things. There you go.
Did you say 2 or 3 things? No, I had 3 things. You had like 12. What are you talking about? Damn, longest buffet ever. Shy Tots.
I want to get my squeezer out now. After seeing, I've not had my squeezer out in a long time.
I love my squeezer. That's honestly one of my favorite squonks out of the squonks that I have.
It's a very good squonk, I will say that.
That's
you can squeeze a 21700 battery in there as well.
Fantastic.
So,
Really? So I thought it was only 2700. Now, God damn it! Now I'm gonna have to find one.
If you just bend the metal plates on it, you can get 21700 in there.
Nice. Ah, okay.
Yep. What I got in
See,
there.
I had to go grab my work squonk setup. I don't know if I can go back to a regular squonk anymore. It's the Hydron from Steam Crave with the Asgard 30 and then a squonk backpack that holds like 18 mils. I don't know if I can go back to a little bottle anymore.
Oh, yeah. You talking about, well, piss. Talking about the superhero panels.
Yes.
Check this out. This is my other AIO.
Yeah.
I have Optimus Prime on one side, and then I have the Hulk on the other side.
Yeah.
Focus.
Nice.
Yeah, he was saying he
beautiful.
He was saying he liked your other panels. I was like, oh, wait till you see the other ones.
Don't talk to me about IO panels. I spent far too much money on IO panels.
Yeah.
That's the only 2 that I've got. But I love blue. Blue is my favorite color, obviously.
Yeah.
Back there. So yeah. I like those. That's why I turned this light blue. I don't know if you can really see it, but.
Apathy, the Molicel 21700 is supposed to hit a little harder than a Samsung 30T. The only thing that Mooch had definitely said about it with testing is it doesn't hit as hard as long as the Samsung 30T. So that's really about the only difference, though.
I'm going into great detail about the Monicel and the 30T. I've done lots of testing. The Monicel does last longer than a 30T, but the drop off is bigger on the Monicel paired with a 30T.
Yeah.
That makes sense, yeah. So it drops off quicker, but it'll last longer.
Yep. Which is actually fine with me. I don't usually take mics to work at all, so I don't need that. And the Steam Crave Hadron, whatever. It's dual 21700. That's my big things. Is I have these particular check marks that I need because all of my builds are low enough that I can't do single cell much anymore. And 18 mils in a squonking backpack. Hell yeah.
That's why I love the Abyss 21700.
I'm not taking that to work.
Selling point. Yeah.
I'm not taking it to work.
I've got mine to go to work, so I'm taking next every day to work. So let's take this with me. I've got a pouch for it, and I'm talking to Craig and Chad at the moment about doing some bits.
See, if I don't want it scratched or damaged in any way, I don't take it to work. So I'm not taking like the Abyss. I usually don't take mechs. I take big, rugged, stupid things. And to see my guar. I was going to say, you talk about what you send to work, and I'll show Richard what happens when I take mods to work.
That's what I take to work. Odd. That's all I take. because I work in a factory, so I don't want my beautiful mods to hit the concrete.
Yeah. I work over the back of the van these days, so it sits in the driver's door pocket, so yeah. I'm all right.
Oopsies.
Oops.
Oopsies.
That's the 510.
But it had the QP on it.
Does it still work?
This? It might, but I'm not even sure. But the QP, or not the Violator, had the Juggernaut on it. Not a single scratch. Boom! Which is a miracle.
QP is one of my favourite producers of equipment. I will say that now. But I just can't vape on the Cali anymore. It's just too airy.
See, I like the Violator. The only thing that's really annoying the shit out of me is I've only broken one glass in the years that I've been vaping. And I still don't even see how that happened. It was on the bulk. It was sitting next to me in the car. It wasn't jumbling around or anything. I go to pick it up and there's juice all over my hand. The tank just cracked. And it wasn't even a tank cracking juice. So I was like, I don't know. Maybe I got it too tight. I don't know. But I went through 3 bubble glasses on that damn Violator. If you look at them wrong, they crack.
Yeah. But
the cool thing is, and it's in here. That's where Bearded Viking came in. He made me acrylic ones.
Speak to Brett.
Yeah, he made me an acrylic one.
Brett's M25s, clear ones.
Yeah. Because he was like, "Hey, I'm gonna send you some stuff. What do you use the most?" I was like, "Asgards, all size." So I got a whole bunch of caps and stuff. And I was like, "But one thing you do to really help me out is I sneeze and I break the bubble glass on a Violator." And he goes, "Oh, okay, I got him. I make him." I'm like, "Yes, please." Tired of breaking those damn things.
I don't know, mate. I do love the M25. It's one of my favourite of all RTAs, the M25, because it's so tunable. You can play with the airflow, the juice flow so much, and get it absolutely perfect.
Can you stop bragging? I got to deal with it from spring. I don't have one, never tried one. But the Ragnar...
I want an M28. I've tried M28s, and they're brilliant. And I've tried the Violator as well. But I don't see the Violator being as good as the M28, but they're so rare. When they come up, they're gone. Literally.
Well, and that's why I definitely see the appeal in like the M25 or M28, because the Ragnar for me is a badass RTA, but it has bottom and side airflow, which the M25 and M28 do. And that's when Spring showed me, and I'm like, oh, damn it. I don't have to have a 35 millimeter RTA to get side and bottom airflow? Yeah. We're going on vacation. I can't buy it. We're going on vacation.
But think about the M25. That's a 2-year-old, 2-year-old tank now, and it's sort of come back into life. Everybody's going off the M25 at the moment. It's really random. It's
Spring's fault. Spring got it a couple months ago, and she's been because you got it a couple months ago and you rant about it. So see, everybody's just following your lead.
Well, I mean, you're talking to somebody that. The only RTAs that I really used was the intake dual. I love the intake dual to this day still. It's very forgiving. Flavor is phenomenal. I love it. It's easy to build on. You know, to me, the intake dual is the best intake in the series. You know, whether it's a single, whether it's a mouth to lung, the intake dual is the best because it's the easiest to build on. And flavor is phenomenal. Well, I had some folks talk me into the M25, and I was like, I was skeptic. I'm not gonna lie, because usually everything that has bottom airflow, it leaks. Like the Trilogy, I can't stand that one. I couldn't get it to work. I said the heck with it, and sent it off. The bulk I really like, but if I don't use it for a couple of days and say I sit it up here in my tray, of course it leaks, you know, because you don't have the juice flow control. So that's where I found that's what I need. If I'm going to have a bottom airflow, I need something to control the juice.
Yep.
So I got the M25 and I've had it, and that's all I've been running really for months now. Every now and then I'll pull the intake out, but the M25, I haven't had a leak problem with it. The flavor is on point. Every time I wick it, good, sold. The best money I've spent. So, yeah.
So I've never had a problem with my trilogy. I've only had I had my trilogy about 2 weeks. I have not seen it in 2 months.
Oh no!
It's being coated at the moment, so I still have to be coated and because I'm having a full scepter stack and set up, completely done, custom. So I'm having the trilogy done. So I can't wait to get that back. So I've got a lovely set of series coils for it. I'm gonna run it on the double stack on a series, and that'll be absolutely gorgeous. But I never had any problems with leaking. But I don't know if I'm used to building or wicking quite big on stuff. Always over wick. It's my problem. So I love the E for RTA. One of the best RTAs out there for me for MTL restricted direct line.
See,
brilliant. That's all I use.
I used the shit out of the trilogy too until the Ragnar and Violator came out, and they kind of killed that for me. But I didn't have any leaking issues either. We sat for a while, Spring and I, on a couple of after show Zooms. Really, I mean, she was getting super frustrated with it. I think actually more than anything, hers actually I think had a defect because of where hers was leaking. So hers definitely wasn't a wicking issue because she knows what she's doing wicking. But it was like coming out of like the glass section and stuff like that, which probably needed a new O-ring. But I believe she even changed the O-ring, and I'm still doing it. So something wasn't right
or something like that.
Got to the point where I just said, you know what, I'm done. I'm done. And that wasn't the first RTA that I've ever done that with too, or first device. I mean, if it just, I can't stand juice on my hands. Okay, I'm OCD when it comes to that. It drives me crazy. So if it leaks, I'm done. You can have. I mean, like Asgard Mini. Viking loves the Asgard Mini. Me, I prefer the Cool Turd. I like it over the Asgard any day of the week. It's just one of those. I wasn't all
I love the turd. I will say I love the turd, but I don't like the molten juice in my mouth.
Yeah.
So I get a lot of spit back because I run quite low on them. So that's the reason I went for the rye. And I don't get any spit back on the rye. I get the same flavour out of it. And I do out the cold turd. And I fell in love with it. Because that's my daily vape is the rye RDA.
Damn it!
I spoke to myself. I do.
But I went with the cloud caps, not the standard cap. I found the standard cap too restrictive, so I put the cloud caps on, and that's perfect.
I don't have the cloud cap for the rye. No, that's interesting to me because I use the cloud cap on the turd.
Yeah, I've got the 25s. I'll show you my one. Oh, it's right in front of me. This is my cold turd.
Nice.
On the old melon.
Nice.
Yeah. Pretty
See,
custom.
that was the bad thing is I gave my coil turd to Spring because I really liked it. The only problem is with my builds and everything, it got too hot.
Yeah,
and,
I find it gets too hot.
Well, then 2 weeks later, these cloud caps come out, and I'm like, son of a bitch. But the bad thing is you're talking about it, and this is how slacking I am. You're talking about that. I still haven't. This is the version 1.
The version, I know Joel I've got to speak to Joel quite a lot.
I haven't even cracked it open.
Yeah.
So, it's like shit.
Yeah.
But now you're telling me with the cloud cap, it's better.
In the UK to get a rye. My friend got them in, and he managed to get them. And I put a post on Instagram. And he messaged me straight away and said, "How did you get that?" Because I said, "Well, it came from my friend because I didn't realise he even had them over in the UK yet. I was getting them before the Americans were getting them, literally." And it was so I speak to him quite a lot. I still speak to him quite a lot actually. He's a really nice guy. He knows his stuff. And we're talking about the V2, and I was like going to him, so what should I get? Should I get the V2? And he goes for you, what you build on, what you run, don't get the V2 because you have to run smaller coils on it. They made the deck smaller on it, so you can only get 2.5 coils. Because a lot of people were complaining that they were catching the out front because they didn't know what they were doing with it. So the first one's the better one for the bigger coil. But it's designed for 2.5 coils. But you get 3 millimeters in there. But I absolutely adore it. But my friend managed to get the black caps as well, the black stainless. And there was one night I got a message saying that can you help me out? I've got someone who's done a review and he's reviewed the black cap. And I don't know where he's got it from, but he said he's got from this person Vape to the Door. And I noticed on your Facebook, you share their stuff. Do you know them? I was like, yeah. Turns out that he got a load of caps done. They were deformed, so they got sent back. But they kept the distributor kept 10 of them that my mate bought for his shop. So we'd only 10 these black caps. He's been sending them, so he thought they were forgeries and copies and everything. It turns out he just literally they had to go back. He had to go back to the distributor. We had to send in the receipts to prove that they hadn't been forged, hadn't been cloned or anything like that. It's like one night, it's absolute bedlam. So everybody's got one. He's got one left, and I've said, save it for me, but I won't use it. So don't use the stainless cap because it's exactly the same as a standard cap. They just don't use. But they're ultra rare.
But that's good to know because I don't know if did you ever get your review of the rye done, Spring?
I did.
See, I didn't, but
I watched your rye review actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
I got discouraged because by the time I was getting ready to do mine and I had it all set and ready to do it, I heard the 1.5 came out, and I'm like, I'm one of those. I hate doing that. I hate doing old stuff. But then now that you said that actually the 1.5 is actually the deck is actually more for a 2.5 coil, that actually kind of gets me rejazzed about it because I don't usually, unless it's mouth and lung, I don't use 2.5s.
No, they made the post bigger because they're having a lot of problems with people who are starting out who are only like moving from like an Asgard to the rye or moving from the Carter to the rye. They didn't understand coil location and positioning. And they're getting a lot of stuff. He was getting a lot of stuff, and he doesn't. I've got no flavour from it. It's just where people like the Temple, innit? People bought the Temple thinking Vape's got a Temple, great. I can't do anything with it because I don't understand how to move your coils about. You think you just drop them in the bottom of the deck. That's it. Line them in the middle, left or right. That's it. They don't understand left, right, up, down. All makes a massive difference on flavour, and then wicking is differently on a post deck than on a postless deck. So so that's why he made the coils smaller. He made concave bigger or more concave on the deck. So he had to make the coil post bigger. That's the reason why. So, but I love how it just the juice always flows away from the center posts, so you can literally vape this dry, but still have juice in it.
Yeah,
it's great when you're driving because you can literally one splodge, you can be 20, 30 puffs on it before you have to redo it again if you get it right.
Oh yeah,
I enjoy the rye. I do. I've still got it up here. That's one of the ones that I've kept. But yeah, I do. I enjoy the rye. I was glad to get the rye. That was one when I seen it come out. I was like, "Yep, gotta have that one."
Yeah, yeah, and it's good for good cause as well. What they're doing for
exactly.
Well, one of the reasons I know we were talking to get you on the show is to make sure that we won't run out of time. Is do you want to tell people about what's going on with you lately? Because
it's been. I was trying to think when I was on last. Was Cloud Boss going? I don't think Cloud Boss was really going, was it?
No, you came on not too long after I got this. Actually, you were just doing buttons for Nameless.
That was the beginning of last year? Was it last January? Wasn't it?
Somewhere around in there, yeah.
Yeah. So lots have happened since then. Just a bit.
Yeah.
So obviously I had Cloud Boss going for quite some time before sort of lockdown came. And when lockdown came, we were put on furlough, weren't allowed to work, and because I'm quite creative in what I do, I got very frustrated. I couldn't design, so I brought out Cloud Boss again. Spoke to Scott and Alex over at Nameless, and they said we want to do some custom buttons, custom tubes, and I started designing buttons and tubes. Sitting there, great. And then I've done more and more. And as I got into it, I said to him, right, I'm setting up Cloud Boss and I'm going to do it properly. So when I did my tube, I just designed my new logo. I started doing my own stuff, and I was getting work from a couple of small vape companies. Not even vape companies I'm getting work from now. So I'm doing stuff with like people who want a logo and stuff like that for just like businesses and stuff like that. So that's how that went into. And I think it's been literally, it was July. Yeah, was it July? June Brian at Vapers Cloud came to me and asked me to design the ether logo. So I designed the ether logo. I'd done a few juice companies as well at the same time. Did the ether logo, did the etching on the ether, and it sort of, I said, right, I'm doing this, and I sort of took it from there. But I've sort of taken it to the next level now. So where I'm not doing as much nameless, I'm still doing everything you see on nameless, I'm still doing, but we're not doing as much stuff as at the moment. So I've now had to push out. So I've just done, I did the, as you know, the scepter. So that was my last big project with Brian. So I did the scepter logo. He asked me to design the button for him, wanted me to do the 510. I did the stack piece for him. So I did it very much because I was able to change it because I didn't want to do anything like I've done with nameless. So it's a sort of set style they have. So I did something completely different. And then since then, up and running, I've got, so now I'm more or less, I'm not full-time, still part-time, doing a lot of juice companies. And I'm just finished working with Morningstar. So Morningstar have some bits coming out. So I've just redesigned the whole of their new mech mod, all the graphics on that. I've just done ODB. I don't know if we find one. I've got one here. I have my own battery now. Look there. So there's my own battery wrap, ODB battery. All done by me. So yeah, I'm really proud with that. And then I've done the custom side. So I set up Cloud Boss Customs thinking when the Abyss comes out, I'll start making bits for it. It didn't happen. So that'll be part. So I've got Cloud Boss Design, I've got Cloud Boss Customs. But now from there, I've got Cloud Boss Customs is I've got my first tube coming out. So that's a V2 nameless, fully etched. I know if anybody sees it, goes on my site, you'll see the video of it and posted it. I think I posted it everywhere. And last night, did a quick video of it. A shame I haven't got it. It's meant to have it to me today. It hasn't turned up, so should have it tomorrow. But yeah, then I've got another one coming out. I've collabed with Morningstar as well. So doing something that's not mech related, and their Cloud Boss Morningstar collab design. So they're coming out. And I've been talking to people like Chad over at OG and people like that as well in the last week to maybe doing some bits with them. So yeah, it's picking up.
Busy.
Bruce,
yeah,
we're fucking slacking, Spring. Jesus.
If anybody wants ODB wraps, I've got 100,000 of them.
Which Barbie did drop the link of the website in the chat, so if you guys want to check out his stuff, it's there.
Yeah.
Richard, do you ever take a break? No.
No, I don't take a break.
He's friends with Mike. Does Mike ever take a break? No.
I'm doing stuff for Mike as well at the moment.
Nah. I'm going to kick him in the balls, by the way. He's like so busy. I haven't talked to him in fucking ever, and it's his fault. But
I was talking to him last night. He's fine. He's fine. So
now, yeah. Spring, because since it's been, over a year since, Richard's been on, because literally we can spend 2 seconds on what have I been doing? Working. Spring, what have you been doing?
Nothing this week, really. I did a couple of pieces, but I was just looking back, and I think it was episode number 32 that you were here last.
Wow.
So yeah.
We're 112 now, so.
Correct. So yeah,
Damn.
It's been a minute. I've just, I had a couple of orders this week, so I did those.
Well, let's backpedal because we got some people I don't think been in chat for a little bit. What in general, like what are you doing now since you've kind of went away from the reviews on vape related stuff? What is your channel doing now?
Spin art. I'm
Spin
doing the
art.
artistic side. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I figured everybody in here probably knew. I wasn't sure. Sorry.
Well,
What's up,
no, you're
Profi?
fine.
I see you out there.
Because I don't think Apathy's been here for a bit.
No. Okay. Yeah, I don't, for the ones that don't know, I don't do reviews anymore. It's not because I don't promote it or totally agree with it or, anything like that. I'm still a big supporter. It's just my heart wasn't in reviews anymore. If you've watched some of my last reviews, you've probably seen that before I wanted to admit it. Truth be known. And so sometimes you just got to go with your gut. You got to go with your heart. So I did create the website as well, cspringspan.com. And I know that's a tongue twister. That's going to tell you quick. But, still do TRV Friday nights. Here we are. So, but yeah, other than that, a couple of pieces that I did this week. Let's see. I can find it. Did this one yesterday. It'll go out in the morning. Was one that somebody had requested. So there's that one.
Is that Nick? Is that for Nick?
Nick
Thompson?
Oh,
I'm shocked. Shocked.
And I did this one for someone locally. We go for boat rides with them, and it's one of my aunts, and that's the marble piece that I did this week. So yeah, and I hit 1,000 on TikTok, so I can go live now. I'm excited about that.
That was quick too, because you're almost at 1,100 already, aren't you?
Yeah. Before the show, I was at 1099. So it's almost 1,100 on TikTok. It's kind of weird and kind of ironic for me.
It's awesome.
Because I've been doing YouTube for 3 years, and which I love YouTube. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going anywhere on YouTube. I'm just putting my spin art on there now. But yeah, I gained it. It seemed like the last 10 to get the 1,000 to be able to go, because you got to have 1,000 to go live on TikTok. It seemed like that took forever. And then like the ones after 1,000, it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah.
And they just flew it. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah, because I finally hit over 1,100 on YouTube, and that's with lack of content, because this work has just been stupid for fucking seems ever. But yeah, it's weird once you hit a certain point, whether it's YouTube or TikTok, you start getting that organic growth, which is pretty cool. So, but yeah, I good.
I think the difference between the two for me is, and a lot of people that don't review don't understand the editing process in it. Because we, especially some of us, it has to be on point, and you can get so aggravated. You're like, you know what? This is the best you getting, and that's the thing with reviews. It was just so time consuming, which I love doing them. Don't get me wrong, but it was just the editing, and it become more of a job instead of a love, like a hobby. It became more of a job, and that's just being honest with you. And when work gets stressful, you don't want to come home and do another job, so to speak. Yeah. So TikTok, it's 15, 60 seconds. They have 3-minute option now. But I mean, what's that? I used to love juice reviews because they were always less than 3 minutes. 3 to 5 minutes. That was my juice reviews, and boom, I loved them. Knocked them out in no time. So I think that's why I've really focused over there, is because it's just easy to do.
Yeah.
It's easy for me to bring my personality out and be stupid, Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I mean, and I think that was a personal shot at me, Spring. Somebody has to have it all done right. But yeah. There's times where we could spend an entire weekend doing one review.
Because it would drive you crazy.
Yeah, and at the end of your weekend, you got to go back to work, and you're like, God damn it, I love it, but I just spent all my free time away from work doing that.
Where I can do 18 to 21 TikToks. I think 21 is my most in a weekend. Yeah. I mean, if you want to be honest. Trophy, duro, and you know it. Be nice, be kind, smile. You know.
I'm just happy I usually have my phone on silent because, yeah, holy shit, the notifications. Spring, TikTok, spring. It's like, I'll get to them.
One weekend. I do. I think that's the most I've done. It was 18 or 21. I don't know.
I did, even though I wouldn't say TikTok anti-advocate, but I don't peruse TikTok. I did actually do a couple, what are those, duets with you?
Yep.
Duets. So I actually have some content on TikTok, so hey, there you go. But
like make about 3 videos and that's it.
That's what I said. I got 3.
And I've been begging him for months to do it, and he's like, I gotta think about it. I gotta research. And I'm like, no, you don't. Just cut loose and do it. He won't do it. But he did fantastic on the 2 duets that he did with me.
They took I think each one of them took 10 different tries. There was a script for each one of them. She's like, can you not relax? And I'm like, no.
See, me, I just let loose and actually.
What's that?
I'm just like.
No, yeah, and see, that's the thing is, I luckily kind of went into the mindset of doing this. Is I've always been about I'm trying to build a brand, trying to build a business, so on and so forth. Not to the links of integrity, but so I've always had it in my head that it's at least some kind of job, or hopefully eventually it can be my job. So I think that's what has pushed me through times where I just really don't want to. But even Spring has seen me sometimes. There's been sometimes like, man, I'm fucking done. I don't know how many times, at least 3 serious times that I was just like, I'm pulling the channel. I'm done, because, no bullshit, get real personal. It affects your family too. I mean, for the longest time, if I even said anything about vaping around my boy, he would get pissed because since I work at night, I don't get to see my family. So when I take any weekend time to do stuff, it's taking time away from them. Luckily, he's getting a little more, I guess, independent, or I don't want to even hang out with you. So he's getting better with that. Plus, I haven't been as bad. But I mean, I know there was times because financially people don't quite get it either. There's been times that literally my wife goes, you buy one more thing this week and you better feel comfortable doing reviews in your car because that's where you're going to be at. And I'm like, okay. So it is a ton of stress unless you have other side hustles or something that you don't have to have a 14-hour work day regular job, because like Spring says, you get home, you're tired, you're exhausted. It's the last thing you want to do is try to sit here and be all like, hey, look at this and da 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 da. You're more like, it fucking works, buy it. Out.
I mean, that is in all honesty. I mean, you how many devices have we bought over the years? In all honesty, how much money have me and Tyson be talking about this? How much
Barbie's watching. Do not say
that. She knows you're a reviewer. She knows you spent money. But I mean, seriously, you think about it. How much money do you spend being a reviewer, especially a upcoming reviewer like we were, or I was, but you are. You have to, and there's so much coming out that you can't keep up with it. No. You can't. And it just, if you're like me, I've got a shelf over here, and it's like, okay, most of this stuff I don't touch. So it's like, who can use it? Who can enjoy this? I mean, that's to the point to where I'm at, is I've got what I want and it works. So, sharing is caring, plain and simple. But as to where on the business side of my spin art, it doesn't pile up really. I've got a few pieces here that haven't sold. They're on the website. Shameless plug. But I think I'm up to 51 is what I've done, and they've sold, putting money back into the business, as to where, I've got money here on the shelf that, it's not, it's just for my pleasure, I guess. I don't know how to say it. Yes, sharing is caring unless it's syphilis.
It's a syphilis.
I love
Jesus
you, man.
Christ.
I love you.
You know,
But I mean, that's my, and it's not all about the money. I told Viking this. I didn't get into spin art to make money. That happened. You know, that was, hey, I would like to buy a couple of pieces. Okay. Well, what are you selling for? And I had to think about it. Well, what do I want to sell them for? You know, because I got into it because I found that passion again. I found that love for something. You know, I've took artistic, just a little background for you, Richard. I've took artistic classes, you know, back in my younger years at my local college. So the artistic side was already there. And then when I found this, I was like, oh, yeah, I can do this. So that's why I did it.
Yeah, hobby to business. I'm exactly the same. It was a hobby, doing it on the side, and I thought, actually, I can make money off this. Not make money off it, share it, and do some extra bits on the side. I'm not a trained graphic designer. I just have an artistic eye, and I know how to use a computer. So that's where that came from. I've learned a lot of stuff in the last year, how to use certain programs that I never used in my life. And yeah, so I know it well. So.
See, and that's the thing too, is because my other thing that I try to spend time on now is, and that's something that wasn't a deal when you were here with us last, is I have a 3D printer, and I've been doing stuff here. Yeah, the thing is with it is it's one hell of a learning curve when you go to, like, not only one, learn the machine and how to do all the different, you know, calibration stuff like that, but also I've started getting into designing stuff every once in a while. That has got a huge ass learning curve. But the Vaping Misfits had their charity live, and we sent them some stuff. And one of the things that I did is I actually built a atomizer stand, and the backsplash on it has, you know, TRV crew basically engraved into it. Yeah. And that's one of those things that Spring, she's like, so when are you gonna, you know, start her and others have been like, well, when are you gonna basically follow Spring, be done with reviews, and start showing us 3D printed stuff? That's one of those, I don't care how much passion you have into it, there is such a learning curve and already such a big following in that community that unless you know every little detail you're talking about, they will eat you alive. So if you guys see me with 3D printed stuff going, oh, that's where he's gonna go, no, I know better, because no. But I know I worked on it a couple weeks ago, and it's probably about the same spot it's at because I haven't touched it in a while. But I even have I'm designing a side-by-side mechanical 3D printed mod, and that thing's turned out pretty good so far. But everybody keeps telling me, like Johnny at Overkill, you know, hey, use this 3D program, use this 3D program. And I've looked at it and I'm just like, it's like giving a 3-year-old. Yeah, it's like giving a 3-year-old
3D and everything like that.
Yeah.
I trained as an engineer originally, so I'm used to CNC programming.
Yep.
Been using CAD all my life.
See, and I run a laser at work, and they use G code, and, you know, it's, you know, your X, Y, and your Z for your head and all that and all that. But it's G codes are definitely different than like 3D printing and so on and so forth. But yeah, it's fun until I get annoyed with it, and I get annoyed really quick, and then I get the other mindset. If I start working on 3D printer stuff and I haven't put any content out, then my brain goes, hey, dipshit, why aren't you bringing out content? You're sitting here playing around for 20 minutes on a computer for this 3D printing stuff. Get off of it. It's like, God damn it. So, but what, since we're getting closer to the end, so I know Barbie has thrown out your link a couple times. One second, Profi, I'll read that in just a sec. What do you have upcoming on either your website or something that we can see, or what do you have in the cooker that's not, you know, out yet?
What's yeah, I have the Nameless V2. That's out. If you go to my Instagram page, it's on there. It's been shared to a couple of sites. If you've ever been on Facebook, head over to the Drippy Gang, the Nameless group. It's on there. So I've got a Nameless V2, and I had it fully etched design I was doing. Actually, funny enough, I did this design with Alex for something he's bringing out on Unit 1 Customs. And I said to him, I'm going to do this for you. And he'll done some other bits. He's got a few mods he's working on at the moment. And he goes, great. He goes, I'll send you some tubes. Just get them done. So I said, all right, fine. Because it's all about payment in kind. So I don't get paid money when I deal with names. I get paid in mods and bits of metal. So he sent me a couple of mods. So he's doing a couple of coated. So just so to make some money back, really, to as a thank you for everything I've done for him and helped him out. So the V2 hopefully will be out next week. It looks really, really nice. I will say that. Really, really nice. I know I've got to sell it, but I'd rather keep it myself. And I've got some coated coming out, B1s. I'm going to be putting some juice lines onto my website as well. Obviously, the ODB wraps are on there. There's only two places actually sell my wraps, and that is Vape to Your Door and me. So I'm just talking to Chris at the moment about getting some onto his website and getting rid of some that way and get them coming back. So yeah, but at the moment there's not much. I could potentially having some Morningstar bits coming out as well. A bit of a collab with them, as I mentioned earlier on. There's a couple of tubes we're talking about, some panels for something else as well. The high-end box users, without mentioning too many names of what that box could be. American made, very hard to come to, and have to sell a kidney to buy it. So everybody knows what that is. So yeah, I've got some bits coming out with that. So I've got some other bits. So hopefully over the next couple of months I'll be trickling a few products onto the website. Not loads. I think I'll just do it once in the blue moon and keep it nice and low key. And because obviously when I'm designing, I don't know what I'm going to come up with. So what I may design is what someone may not like. That's the only thing, being a designer and an artist. You may like it, but someone may not.
Yeah.
You know, if it's the best thing in the world, and someone goes, I don't like that. So yeah.
So just in case
around with some bits.
People are watching here, is it the one that you're like libido? What is the profile on that?
Libido?
Yeah.
This is pineapple upside down cake, but there's a twist. It's not cakey. So this is the pineapple syrup. Yeah.
Oh.
So you think about sweet pineapple syrup with the icing sugar. So you get that really sweet icing sugar taste to it. And it's got a tiny, tiny vanilla cake base to it. But it's not a cakey pineapple. So when you say pineapple upside down cake, you think, oh, it's pineapple upside down cake. It's like, no, it's not. It's the syrup from it. So he sort of took an element everybody likes and then did it that way. So I adore this. I've been for probably about 40, 50 bottles now since we got it out. So it's an absolutely gorgeous juice. And then we got Bulbinio. That's that one there as well. That is a vanilla caramel custard with bourbon. So you got vanilla caramel custard with the bourbon burnt. The bourbon burn, like whiskey burn, and that from it. So it's really nice. I don't actually vape that much. It's not my flavor profile. But once in a blue moon, if I'm sitting at home, it's something I have in the evening with a beer or something like that. It's sort of, I find it a little too heavy for me, but that is really nice.
It looks like me and Spring were. I was about to say, it looks like me and Spring were. We lost you after you described the pineapple one. We're like, what?
Yeah, I'm very intrigued about pineapple because I love pineapple.
Yeah.
And I love one of my favorite cakes is pineapple upside down cake. So I'm very interested.
So you know what I'm talking about, the syrup you tip over the top. Yeah,
I do.
That sweet syrup.
I'm intrigued to try it to see what it's about it. Yeah,
it's lovely. I will say that. I don't think anybody's exported to the States yet. I don't think there is. We use a company called Future Juice. We make all our juice. They make Kelly Kell and everybody like that.
Yeah.
So over here. So yeah, so they make it. So I don't know if there's anyway. I'll speak to Damon, see if anybody's buying it, because he's got the shipment as well as ours. So when we ordered our one, he made a load himself to sell on wholesale. So
because we're pretty familiar with Future because we were digging on Kelly's when she was with E&B, the strawberry dew and
Yep.
yeah, and
See, strawberry dew, grape dew, and pineapple dew are about to drop tomorrow in the UK.
grape
Literally.
dew.
Grape
Hello.
dew, yeah. Yep.
See, that's the only
Yeah,
problem is
so
how are we going to get that spring?
Yeah. So that's dropping. That's dropping over here because we've done off the top of because it's probably not people watching, but we've done 3 nameless mods for them to go with them. So there's 3 nameless mods matching the 3 juices. So they'll be on sale next week with Future Juice.
That's pretty cool.
We do a lot of work with Damon over at Future Juice.
Yeah.
That strawberry dew, that's one of my favorite. In all honesty, it is. It's the perfect strawberry. She used the perfect strawberry in it. That's the strawberry that I like. So yeah.
The strawberry's hard. I've had a few strawberry ones recently, but they've not been pure strawberry. They've been mixed with something else like strawberry and mint. So you still get that chemically strawberry taste. Yeah. So pure strawberry. I love the unruly. I don't know if you get it over there. Unruly strawberry straws, and it's like a proper sweet candy strawberry. So
I'm strawberry blind, so yeah. But it's saying that's why I like the strawberry dew, because every once in a while I'd get just like a hint of it, but other than that it just tastes like really good, you know, Mountain Dew basically. So I dug it too. Yeah. Definitely not as much as spring, but if I could taste strawberry, I would have been probably all over it. But that's why I was like, oh wait, grape dew? Hello.
Yeah. Grape and pineapple as well. Pineapple's coming out. I don't know if they had pineapple with you guys over there. We've done a pineapple one as well.
See, I don't know. Pineapple Mountain Dew, that could be. It's either going to be not to individual tastes. It's either not going to be that good or it's going to be amazing.
Yeah. Well, Damon, who makes it, has told me it's amazing. He keeps jumping up in my inbox on my messenger all the time, sending me photos of bottles all the time. I say, he goes, I know. Placing an order tomorrow, mate. Just calm down. Do you really want me to try it?
I went through hundreds of the strawberry dew. I have. I'm not gonna lie. There for a while. That was probably all that was in my top 5 for a while.
I would love to have done a calculation to see if you vaped more strawberry dew than I vaped of lobotomy. Because I know I've went through at least 1,500 milliliters of lobotomy.
I thought you was about to say strawberry dew and blue pucker. I was going to say blue pucker hands down.
No, I knew that one. No.
Yeah. So, yeah, blue pucker still is. I've got them all up there, and I got one in the fridge. I love me some blue pucker. It won't go anywhere.
That's all you gotta do is say blue pucker, and she's all over it.
Yep, all over it.
That killed me. Whew.
I haven't had a blue slushy in a while. Interesting.
The blue slush is really big over in the UK at the moment.
Oh, really?
All of a sudden, come back, really come back. Blue slush. Everybody's mad about blue slush.
Oh, it's so good. It's so good.
I think blue slush was over here when the Vapor first started. Blue slush was like one of the first flavours, sort of everybody had, and it died off. And a lot of the companies that make it have now brought it back, saying, "Oh, we've not made it for 5 years. Here's our original blue slush," and everybody's just gone mad for it.
No, okay, Spring's typing that one. I can't remember if they're still making blue pucker.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I've had those for some time, so I'm not sure if it's still. I don't know. I know e-ciggity is where.
Yeah. Hey, Red, what's going on, Red? That's why I'm sending you some of Darkstar's Blue Cherry, because one, you didn't know Blue Cherry was a thing, and I know that you dig on blue raspberry stuff, so it's a nice little mix of the blue raspberry and cherry.
Yeah, I've not tried that yet. I'm just hooked on the cola. It's all I've ate.
See, and I got
disappointed when they stopped.
Well, they didn't stop technically. Yeah, I was going to say I have isolation, but I'm letting it steep even longer.
It's just too cold. Just too cold for me.
that's why I'm waiting. It's like I'm opening it up every once in a while.
For me, because it goes like the asylum range. It's just essentially it's just too cold. Should have just turned up, put an asylum logo on that, and that would be perfect.
Yeah. No, he's oh god. I even told him one of the new ones I still haven't reviewed yet, which is coming to spring. I screwed it up so I can only do it in like an MTL. I nicked it up to 6 instead of 3. But their Blasberry lemonade is amazing. But if I chain on it like something I like, I start getting that almost eucalyptus that they used for in the culotta in there. And he's like, it's not much. And I'm like, hold on. There is a difference between not much to me Mr. and not cold much to you. Oh my God. So that was like electroshock out of speaking of the old asylum range, electroshock. Oh God. Oh God. But Mike was all like, what? It's great. And I'm like, no.
I put in a series by accident.
Oh shit.
I like mint flavors in series builds. I don't know what it is, peppermint, anything like that. I absolutely adore in a series build, but electroshock was too much for it, and so was isolation. Just too cold. It was better. I think I find it's probably because it burns at a higher temperature. So when it's in series, so you probably get more flavor profiles from it.
Yeah.
Where on a normal deck, you probably more getting the more menthol from it than you are getting the sweetness of the cola. No, I think that's what the problem was. But I found it too much. So
I'm gonna have to try that.
Stop vaping it. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to try that in a series.
That's why I like using series, because you get different flavour profile. You use the same juice, put it in a series deck, and you'll get totally different flavour notes.
Oh yeah, I totally agree.
Like isolation later, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm going to now. But that's like the Dead Man's Hand. I wasn't picking up all the notes out of it, and then luckily I got that from one of the viewers, that series deck for the Asgard mini. Yeah. And now that's all because I have so many Asgard minis. I have one now that's dedicated just for the series, because the series deck. And I've been trying other juices that I've had before, and I know they're different, but even the Dead Man's Hand, I had it in a regular mini, and it was okay. But now I'm picking up, at least 3 different flavor notes out of it, where before it was like 1.
Yeah. That series deck is a game changer. That's all I'm going to say. I got it as soon as it dropped. I just absolutely adore it. But I do get told off for taking the Doctor's Coils 5-core aliens and putting them into a series deck. He doesn't like that, but it works perfectly. Absolutely perfect.
We are past the hour mark, sir.
Yes, ma'am. We're at hour 15. Wow, that's just the live time, So, but yeah, right. Go ahead, Spring.
Yeah, brain fart. Is there anything you would like to say? Thank you again for coming on tonight. It's been an honor. It's been fun, as always.
And it's been too damn long.
Good time.
No, I can't do the silence. So anyway, I'll go ahead and do it this time. So Spring handed over the show, and she forgot basically the script we'd been doing for like 110 episodes.
Silence, working out what you're going to do.
I did not. Hold up. I asked him if there was anything that he would like to say before we end the show. And then I was going to go to you. So that's why I was silent. Just in case that Mr. Richard wanted to say something.
Yes.
No, I'm good. I will say thanks for having me back on again. It's quite nice. I've not really done many lives in the last year or so it's been quite nice to get out there, chatting to people again, and just messing around. Because obviously, last time I was on, it was all the vape bands were trying to come in, weren't they? That's it. That's the reason why I came, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And
because we talked about a lot of TPD and stuff.
And look at it now. So
it's worse.
Yeah. It's worse. Yeah. That bloody COVID bill they voted through screwed everybody.
So what we do is we mark it in stone now. Is we wait another like 100 episodes, have him back on, and hopefully it all got better instead of worse again.
It's got better, yeah. It's gone full circle and it's back to how it was. Yep.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
That would be all.
4
You're
years.
welcome anytime.
Yeah. Thanks for having me. It's good to have a good chat. See you guys again. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
We actually had a vape show tonight. meaning by that, because sometimes we get derailed and we talk about whatever, but we actually talked about vape tonight, believe it or not. We did we not?
We didn't talk about,
like, really, did you just say that?
Well, no, I mean, you pointed out that I didn't
did
go
that
off on like
portion.
butt stuff. Yeah, so oops, I broke
You
it.
said dick and fart jokes.
No dick and fart jokes.
So Mad Viking, what you got to say?
So yeah, definitely, it's always a pleasure. I get to talk to Richard outside of YouTube when he has the time. So, but it was definitely really good to see you again. At least see you. I did see you on Bearded Vikings, so it's not like it's been huge time. So,
the broken bearded Viking night.
Yeah.
That wasn't my fault at all. I said to Brett, message James. He knows how to fix it. We got every Zoom chat.
Yeah.
It's this. It's that. It's this.
And then the bad thing is I get in touch with him and I'm like, hey man, I can help you. He's like, no, we already cut it off. And then I was trying to give him suggestions. He's like, no, and I'm like, okay, we're good then. So, but yeah, of course
it worked, so it was all right.
Yeah. Of course, if some of you don't know, is to affected. Yeah, both me and Richard were at the beginning of Team Asylum, which was a still ongoing Instagram team that's kind of headed up by one of the main mofos, Mike MF and Green from Darkstar. So we get to talk all the time. So, but it was definitely a pleasure to at least see and talk to you again. But definitely a couple things we always want to go over. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those good social media places. And definitely go on to Twitter. Like I tell you every single time, it is what I call the Vape Advocacy Battleground. We do have some vaping advocate generals, who is like Grim Green, Sam, or the Vaping Bogan. And you also have Matt from Suck My Mod, Phil Dimitri, a lot of big guys in the industry. And I know I've heard some flack, people saying, well, they're just doing it to procure their jobs or save their jobs. But no matter the reason behind it, guess what? They are still fighting for all of our rights to vape. So definitely go on there, support them, retweet their stuff, even see some of the political connections that they're making. So definitely try to support those guys. And of course, as usual, thank you so much to the TRV crew members. Wow, brain just went somewhere else. The TRV crew fans. They've kind of got all behind me with the ADHD awareness movement that I've kind of gone off on a personal level, and you'll see in my reviews. Really don't do vape advocacy much anymore. I do more of the ADHD awareness stuff. And one of the hashtags they put up there, which Barbie just put up there, is beautiful, not broken. And where that came from is in the generation I came from, if you had ADHD, which wasn't a thing back then, at least not the name of it, they would call you stupid or broken or lazy or heads in a cloud, so on and so forth. And I really want to try to break that stigma, because it is still around, not as much, but it is still around. And I do encourage each and every one of you, find somebody with a mental health issue, if there's somebody in your family, a friend, or just somebody you meet through the vaping community. Just let them know whenever you can. Just look, your brain is different, and different is beautiful. So just please do that for me. And definitely mental health. We do have a subroom in our Discord, so if you do need people to talk to, reach out to us. And there's always usually someone around that can at least just listen to you vent if that's all you need, or some actual real help. But also, before I cut it out, Discord, all you people in Discord, even though there's not a lot of people watching that's in our Discord, where the hell are you? What the hell? Get back in Discord. Who cares if it's nice and you can go outside? Get back inside. Jump on Discord, damn it. So, but that is all I got tonight from wow, I almost called him the nameless captain. He's not that anymore. A designer of epic levels. So definitely thank you so much, Cloud Boss Designs. So that's all for him, and from an ADHD Viking and a sit on it and spin spring sear spin. So watch her lovely art and her TikTok. So, but yeah, that's it. I just want to thank each and every one of you yet again, which I think I'm repeating now. My meds died, so we'll catch you later. Spring. Damn it.
We'll be having you on the Vaping Misfits soon, Mad Viking. So there you go.
That's right. Yeah, they're all about mental health.
Huge shout out to LVB. Huge shout out to the Misfits. I've seen both of them in chat tonight. Huge shout out to our TRV fam. As always, much love to you. We wouldn't be able to do what we do if it wasn't for you. Huge shout out to Shy Tots. Huge shout out to Dark Star. If you haven't tried them and you're somewhere you can get them, do it. Because if you're here, you know, just say it. Duro.
Some smuggling rings, I heard.
Yeah. Sorry that you didn't see us last week, but we are back. We did come back this week. Thank you to each and every one of you who did show up tonight. We appreciate you. And for the ones that are going to watch the replays that jumped in and said, hey, I'm not able to be here tonight, but I will watch the replay. We appreciate you as well. Remember, be nice, be kind, smile, change someone's day.